Welcome back, traders. Hopefully you guys had a nice weekend. We're here for your weekly candle close here. We have some interesting things developing on the Tether chart. A weekly candle is about to close in a couple minutes here, and we're printing a weekly sell signal. We haven't seen one of these printed here since looks like August 2nd of 2021. So that's interesting, right? So that could mean we could see multiple weeks or a couple weeks of downside here for Tether, which could translate to some upside here in the markets if we get this confirmation here in 1 minute. So that's well, that's a positive, right? And so we'll take a look here at Bitcoin and what it's doing. We did get a bit of rejection here earlier this evening at the top of the supply line. Not really too worried about it just yet until if we actually break back below these key support levels around 22,000. As you guys can see, we did break out of this bearish pennant. We broke to the upside, and we sort of back tested this here and got a bounce, but to a lower high. What could happen is that we do come maybe down again back to this area here and confirm this as a real support before we then proceed higher. Okay. That's something that we could be doing right now. All right, so nothing really to be alarmed about or scared about. I think that's what the path is here right this moment, especially once we do confirm this sell signal here on the weekly chart for Tether. All right, that's the Bitcoin analysis for the moment. On the shorter time scale, that's the daily chart. The weekly chart, we are actually, technically for the moment, we're actually below the 200-week moving average, but we're still putting in a nice weekly bullish engulfing candle from the past few weeks. So that's good. We haven't seen one of these in a long time. Now, we haven't seen a weekly bullish engulfing candle since the week of March 21st, right, where we made this bullish engulfing candle, and then we actually rejected higher prices here and came down. All right, so we have a new weekly candle, guys. We now have confirmation of this weekly sell signal in here for Tether. Okay, so that's interesting stuff. And a lot of these trade setups, these swing setups that if you guys are part of the alert service, you guys know about, I do believe that they will pan out. They may not pan out as strong as if they were in a bull market. However, I do believe that we will see some of those upside targets be hit and be met as the time goes on here. All right, so as you guys know, Cake was one of those trade setups, and yeah, it may not do this full move. It may just get to $9 or close to this area here. Really, all going to depend on how Bitcoin performs. Unfortunately, we're still reliant on how Bitcoin performs. And what we will look at next here is the DXY and how that's looking right now, because we did have weekly bearish divergence on the DXY, and as you guys can see, we did close this weekly candle. It was a bearish engulfing candle, and we are now sitting below this major Fibonacci level and in contention right now with the parabolic curve structure, or it's, I mean, I guess if you can pull this back, it's not, but if DXY can continue to see downside, we can continue to see the stock market rally and Bitcoin rally. And we can take a look at Urus here in a minute, Rash. Just want to cover the majors here. So the DXY, we're going to look at the S&P real fast, and then we will get into what's happening with fear and greed, Nupal chart, and the cycle repaint chart. All right. So actually, the S&P broke out of this falling wedge structure here, interestingly enough, and the target eventually is actually the top of the wedge. So actually, the target for the S&P is right around this $4,500 or 4550 area. If we were to get up there, obviously there's going to be lots of resistance right around this area right here, which is this neckline around 4185. So I would suspect we actually maybe test this before back testing supports before proceeding up to the final target. And once we do proceed up to that final target, we could be looking at a potential major double top, which could bring us down even further. So we're not out of the woods yet on any of this stuff, guys. We're still in a downtrend and in a bear market, all right? Just because we're seeing some short-term upside here doesn't mean we're out of the woods, all right? All right, so something along those lines could play out for the S&P as long as DXY continues to pull back. All right, and we're gonna look at the Nasdaq here, and it's probably much the same as what the S&P is doing. Actually, the Nasdaq is in more of a descending broadening formation, which actually is more bullish than I think that the wedge pattern is. But what could happen here is we go up to test this supply line here, and we could get up here and maybe kind of stagger here for a bit before we actually break out of it and maybe test the top again. Nasdaq is definitely outperforming the S&P, of course, right? So we'll see. We're in a bear trend. We're still in a bear trend. Got to wait for these patterns to develop as well. So, all right. Thank you guys. 60 people watching tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining. Make sure you guys smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel, and tick the little bell. We're going to also look at Ethereum real fast. It also looks like it's in a descending broadening formation. We don't have any weekly buy signals coming in yet, but we do have the daily that did come in, and obviously ETH is definitely outperforming Bitcoin. We will look at the ETH BTC chart here in a minute. But we can clearly see we broke this trading range, and now we're going to come on up to test this $1,800 area. That is the next real area of resistance for Ethereum. All right, so we're going to look at URS. We can take a look at that one first for Arash here. If you guys have any other tickers you guys want me to cover, make sure you guys throw them in the chat. And then we're going to take a look at, you can see, there's not a lot of data on this chart, Arash, but it would make sense after breaking this consolidation structure to go up to test this $28 region. Okay, that's literally highlighted on the chart there. All right, that's given Bitcoin continues its rally and Tether continues to go down. That would be what we're looking at there, and that would be a break of this trading range here of about another 30% move up. Okay, from here, 30%, 28%. So first target really is 24, I guess. Want to be technical, and what we're really looking at there is the major on the weekly, I guess, which would be 28 bucks is about right. 24 to 28 bucks. How's it going, Crypto-san? How are you, man? All right, let's look at the fear and greed. Still in the fear zone right now. Okay. Bitcoin rainbow chart actually looking kind of interesting down here. All right. Why is MetaMask popping up there? Okay, so do you think tomorrow is going to be red or green? Well, what am I, like the freaking predictor of what the market's exactly going to do day by day, hour by hour? I don't know, man. I would hope that it goes up. We got that divergence that's forming there on the weekly chart. We're in the basically fire sales zone right now on the rainbow chart. All right, so if this chart means anything, this is the buy zone here for Bitcoin long term. All right. Sure, we'll take a look at your guys' tickers here in just 1 minute. We got Gala or HBAR, RSR, XRP, Matic. All right. And don't forget, if you guys really enjoy what I'm doing here, if you guys appreciate the analysis that I do give, super chats are always appreciated. Of course, not necessary, but always appreciated. So thank you guys. let me just get to the Nupal chart here. We're still in the capitulation zone for the Nupal chart. And obviously this is the buy zone, right? This is the buy zone for the Nupal chart. So we had total 2 XRP Matic. Total 2 XRP Matic. Gala H bar RSR. All right, we'll go in line. We got Matic first. Matic coming up to the weekly. I believe that is the 100-day moving average. All right, so that could get dicey right there. We could see Matic maybe pull back. You know, maybe just a little bit pull back before getting up to the next Fibonacci level. Yeah, wouldn't we all like to know exactly hour by hour, second by second what this market's going to do? That'd be great, right? All right, so that's Matic. Matic actually completed, or looks like it completed, a big descending broadening formation here. Right, we had this breakout. Or maybe you can even construe this as a wedge. So if this is a wedge, you know, you're looking at the top of the wedge, right? Or close to the top of the wedge. We're in that $1.40 area. If this rally continues for Bitcoin, it really all depends on what Bitcoin does, guys. It sucks, but it is tethered to Bitcoin. Pun intended. All right, so XRP towards the bottom of this structure. For right now, we could see XRP come up to test this 48-cent level. That makes the most sense. That's the weekly 200-week moving average for XRP. All right. And let's take a look at Gala or H-bar. We can look at both of them, no problem, man. I was actually looking at Gala the other day. Let me just remove some of this stuff here. I mean, yeah, not really a good-looking candle on the weekly close here. Kind of a dead standstill between buyers and sellers there. Obviously, sellers came in, took profit here towards the middle of the week there when we got that little rally. NVAX, yeah, we can look at NVAX, sure. So Gala has a supply line up here, all right? So, I mean, maybe eventually, if we do continue this rally, we could see Gala come up to test the supply line, right? In time. Could take some time, man. Alright, so yeah, you're looking at this potentially going up to test 10.5 cents. And that's Gala H bar. I had this drawn on regular time scale. Yeah, so regular time scale, we're looking at, yep, that 12-cent region right there. Maybe we get close to that if you get a break here. We look at the VIX. We can also look at the VIX, sure. All right, so that's H bar. RSR, total 2, oil and gold. All right. RSR is down here at support, major levels of support. We, obviously we have this weekly sell signal that's still in. The daily could be looking maybe to change its course here very shortly. All right, we are holding these lows. You could clearly see that. We're very here, basement levels here for RSR. All right, we could see top of the range, which is around a penny. All right, for RSR, if we get some upside. And total 2, let's take a look at it. Total 2, holding on to this bottom trend line here, which is major here. You can see the parabolic growth curve here for total 2. I think I had this on the monthly. And that's pretty significant. We're actually getting this nice bounce here off this trend line. We could eventually see, 680 billion for total 2 if we engulf here on the monthly chart. So we got about a week to finish this monthly, but it really just looks like a bounce candle, right? Where we could end up seeing rejection here, and then for the next month we could, we could capitulate further down. That is totally a possibility. Unfortunately, if we do get capitulation like that, that is something that we could see in the total 2 market. All right, we're still building negative momentum. The only thing that's good here is we're getting potential monthly RSI cross-up, stochastic RSI cross-up. We haven't seen a cross-up like that since February of 2019. So it's something to take note of. This could be the potentials for a bottoming formation on total 2. All right, I'm not calling a bottom by any means because we don't have confirmation of that, but could get a nice rally, man. We could get a nice relief rally. Eventually then coming back down to test those lows is what we're looking for to complete and confirm the bottom. All right, so not there yet. We're going to take a look at oil, gold, and NVAX, and then the VIX. If you guys have anything else, man, throw them in the chat. We'll take a look at them, all right? So U.S. oil, I believe we were talking about a $75 level if we broke this channel up here. So we've yet to really break this channel. Oh, well, technically on the weekly we did. Looks like we're going to back test this level right now. And we'll see. We'll see how this ends up, man. I mean, if we end up back testing this, rejecting it, we're going to break. We could break back down, all right? We'll look at OMG for you, Angel. Yep, sure. So 88 looks like the next major support there for oil. All right. And yeah, that weekly bearish divergence playing out, but you're now building hidden bullish divergence here on the weekly chart. Obviously not showing any signs of maturation yet until we get these lighter bars here on the weekly, where we could start maybe making less negative momentum. Okay. So gold, I don't know, man. I mean, so no real clear signs of any divergence here just yet. Just kind of breaking the ranges down here. Not looking too good on gold. Holding the bottom of this range for right now. Got a nice bounce. All right. And to really look to recover, you got to start, recovering the 1750 areas and back up to the point of control around 1800. That is a big level for gold. 1800 is a level to watch. If you can get back above that, we could maybe go back up and test the top of the range. But that's it for gold. We'll look at NVAX and then the VIX. NVAX. Go to the monthly here. Monthly, you can see clearly rejecting these 50 period, 100 period, and 200 week period or monthly moving averages. But yeah, there is monthly bullish divergence that's maturing on the monthly time scale here. You can see the low and the lower low with a low and a higher low on price, right? So you got some monthly bullish divergence there maturing there for NVAX. You could see further upside there for that asset in the coming weeks. All right, so whoever requested that looks pretty good. Monthly stochastics crossing up, sitting neutral on the monthly RSI. So that looks okay. And then we're gonna look at the VIX. I know everyone's really talking about the VIX. The VIX is in a squeeze, I think, right? So that is something to really pay attention to. If the VIX is actually pointing down. We got some bearish monthly on the VIX right here, so that's looking good for upside in the markets, and that's something I'm looking out for sure. FTM and engine, sure, we'll take a look at it, man. All right, so we want to look at OMG, AGR to BTC. Take a look at it here in a second. Optimism, yeah, sure, we can take a look at it. So what was it? AGIX. BTC. I mean, not really too much to look at there, man. I'm sorry. Apologize for that, but there's not really enough chart data for me to really make a designation for that. that asset. All right, OMG. OMG is sitting right at a 618 Fibonacci level, okay, or a 382 fib extension. This could be putting in a higher low on the monthly there. One could construe this as the supply line right here, and you could see this as being maybe some sort of falling wedge pattern. Not confirmed on the monthly just yet. The weekly showing that weekly bullish divergence, momentum shifting here, getting a weekly cross up, something to definitely pay attention to. We closed a weekly bullish engulfing candle, and it looks like it could definitely go to test this supply line region around 260 area. All right, pay attention. This one looks like it could do something like that. All right, not out of the downtrend. We're still in a downtrend until we break the supply line and start making higher highs and higher lows. All right. All right, that's OMG. Looking pretty good on OMG there. FTM and Engine, we'll take a look at it. David, I don't know what you're typing, man. I can't really see what you're typing. Dots. Okay. All right, so FTM, nice bullish engulfing candle there. I still have my targets, right? So it looks like it can go test the top here of this range looking left. You can see once you get above this level, it went straight up to about 97 cents. So that's the target, man. Close to that 78 to 95 cent region. You can see that being the region, okay, that it could get up to. We could make a massive head and shoulders pattern and then just come crashing back down to test the neckline, and then it could get really ugly if this isn't the bottom, right? All right, so that's FTM. It looks pretty good to go back up to about 94 cents area region. All right. And then we're looking at Engine Coin. I was actually looking at that one the other day. It looked pretty good, actually. All right, so here's Engine Coin. If we can get closures back above the 200-week moving average, we are looking at this level here on 89 cents. And if we get above 89 cents, we're looking at this region here around $1.27. So yeah, we're looking at about an 83% upside potentially there for Engine Coin. All right, that's Engine Coin. We'll look at OP Optimism here. We'll take a look at that. I'm pretty sure this was a trade setup, man. This was an STP trade setup, yeah. Gave the double bottom setup here. Beautiful structure. This can, I mean, yeah, this thing went exceeded the double bottom. All right. So you break above 96 cents, you're going to definitely go and test that $1.18 area. You can see there's not a lot of trade volume here, and then man, you don't even know, this could go test the wick high at $2. And I know this is a roll up here for Ethereum. This could eventually test 375 in the future once ETH 2.0 rolls out. This is a strong project. All right, for sure. If anyone's still in the dot trade, we got that falling wedge break and a back test here. We're just curling around the 50-day moving average here. We'll see if dot gets some bids coming in on this asset here. We should eventually see the top of this wedge structure, which is around, you know, 12 bucks. Alright, so we'll see how this goes, man. I mean, we'd like to see Bitcoin get above these levels. We'd like to see Bitcoin get above these levels. He's in the dot trade, alright. Cool. Solana, you guys already know the deal here. Big wedge pattern. Got some rejection off the supply line. Not too good. I mean, yeah, we didn't get the closure we wanted to see there. We already covered XRP, man. Just go back in the stream. Axie's breaking out. This thing made a nice candle here. If anyone's in the glimmer trade, this one also broke the wedge structure here and made a nice weekly bullish engulfing candle. We're looking to see some upside on this one. All depends on what Tether and Bitcoin do, though. You guys know that. An all-time favorite SHIB coin. Yeah, we'll take a look at SHIB. Where's all the data? Who has all the data on SHIB? Bitfinex? Oh. Finance. Finance has some data. We didn't do near yet. We can take a look at it, man. We'll take a look at it. Alright, yeah. I mean, SHIB can maybe test up to the supply line, right? Yeah, it can go up temporarily. We confirmed a weekly signal, man, so it could take some time, some hours, some days for that to catch up. It doesn't have to happen right away. Could also be a fake out signal, man, you know. Not every signal is accurate. Right, we had a bunch of bamboozling here. Kind of better. Yeah, it depends on which way you are, how you mess around with the signal. But yeah. This looks okay because we're about to get a cross down here on the weekly. Yeah, bamboozling's never fun, man. Never fun. Trusted the node signal. Yeah, I do my best, guys, and you know, there's only so much I can do. I can't tell the markets to go up, you know. But yeah. You just have to believe really hard, yeah. I don't know. Just, yeah, I mean, this weekly cross down, if we get it, is going to be super bullish for the market. So, see if we get that. Last time we got a weekly cross down was in August, so. That's about all I got to cover here for you guys tonight. You know, we really want to see Bitcoin go to test those $28,000 regions. Nothing is for certain in this market. You guys know that. Just trade safely, man. That's all you can do. Trade the ranges. Let's take a look at near, sure. Let's look at that real fast. Alright, so we nearly broke out. Okay, it wasn't that funny. Yeah, we could come back down to test this 385 region. You know, it depends on what Bitcoin does, but it looks like we could do something like that with the stochastics pointing down. We are in bullish territory, though, so that's good. The weekly chart, breaking out of this structure, man, looking good. Looking good on the weekly. Got a nice weekly bullish engulfing to break out of there to confirm this pattern, hopefully. So we'll see. All right. Any other tickers you guys want to cover here tonight? Music stopped. Let's get it back on. AVAX, sure. Yep, I'm still in the AVAX swing for now. It looks a lot like FTM would do, like kind of this head and shoulders type stuff where it goes up to about that $38 to $40 region, making a lower high here and then coming back down, something like that, all right? Like, almost getting this cross up here on the weekly chart, sitting still around 36 on the RSI, bearish territory for now on the weekly. But yeah, like this retracement, I think, is in the cards. All right. And the cake setup, still have the cake set up. We'll just see. We'll see how if it plays out or not, man. Just this coin's been pretty wrecked, man. Towards the bottom of the green bands here, we could get a nice little pop. We'll see. Depends on what Bitcoin does. Koval, yeah, I didn't really take that trade, but let's take a look at it. Still kind of teetering down here. You have the 2 cent region as your major Fibonacci level there. Depends on what Tether does, man, right? Depends on what the DXY does, depends what Tether does. Still tethered to this market. You guys all know that. Tether coming back down here to 5.46. Right. Or that was USDC. Tether pumping a little bit. 6.54. we'll see, man. We'll see if this plays out. We'll know in a couple days if we're gonna see some bullish action here. It depends on how Bitcoin performs in this type of condition. What else you guys got? Earnings. Let's see. We have. Let's see. Do we have anything big? I don't think so. I don't know that we have much things big this week, but I haven't really taken a look at it. Let's see. Market Chameleon is a little bit better than Trade View. This week we do actually have lots of earnings coming up, so let's see. Tomorrow we have not really any big names, just in the tech sector. Or in the semiconductor sector, we have NXP Semiconductors. Tuesday, we have Microsoft. Okay, that's big. We have Google and Microsoft on Tuesday. McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Visa. Those are all big names. General Electric, Stryker, Mondelez, Raytheon. Tuesday's a big day. Wednesday is also a big day. We got Facebook earnings coming up. Qualcomm, Ford Motor Company. Yeah, so Wednesday's pretty good. We got Facebook Wednesday. Thursday, Apple and Amazon. This is a big fucking week, man. Yeah, this is a big fucking week. This is a big week, man. Alright, so we'll see how this plays out, man. We need some good earnings to kind of save us for sure. Alright, well, we know the NASDAQ and we're going to know the S&P is in that falling wedge break, so we'll see if we get follow through with it. That is really, really imperative that we do get that. Okay, Google closed Friday down 5.8%, not looking too hot at all here on Google. This actually looks terrible. This looks like a massive bear flag. Alright, this does not look good. That looks really bad. Really, really bad. That looks not so good at all. Amazon looks a bit better than Google. Okay. It is still in a bear flag though. And yeah, we'll see if Amazon can pull through for us, because that's going to really be a determining factor in the market for sure. Not looking too hot. Got to get a closure above this 128 area. And then Apple obviously looking better than the rest of them, right? Coming up to test the 50 period moving average on the weekly here. So we'll see if Apple can break free and break back above on the weekly. We are about to get a weekly cross up here, but that could be easily negated and bamboozled by bad earnings. But we'll see how that goes. Microsoft. Also about to get a cross up here, but yeah, I don't know. Microsoft just kind of, yeah, I mean, it's technically making higher lows right this second. We could see Microsoft test up to 282. Let's see about that. Alright. Not the best market conditions right now, guys. Alright. Lots of shitty stuff going on in this world right now. See if Bitcoin can hold this low around 22.1. That's a pretty big level there. All right. Tether on the 4-hour support right here. So I would presume we see some more downside here in the market, at least over the next few hours. And from there we can kind of get a gauge as to where we end up finding support for Bitcoin or resistance here for Tether. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining the stream tonight. Hang in there, guys. Hang in there. All right. Pay attention to these levels here on Tether. Uniswap still looking pretty good. About to break this daily resistance here. Get a break to about 840. That looks like a major level. You got a 200 daily moving average there for Uniswap. See those higher lows being made on the RSI there. Uniswap pretty strong. Look pretty strong versus the rest of some of these altcoins. Cardano kind of just holding on down here at these lows, but yeah, making some bearish RSI divergence here on the oscillator. You know, not looking too hot there for Cardano. Weekly still looks okay, right? We just started crossing up there. No one likes to see red, man. Red's not fun. No one likes to see that, but they're going to try to keep this market as boring as possible for as long as possible to keep these prices down here so they can accumulate. All right? So you should be doing the same if you can. Because remember, if you zoom out, look where you're at on the RSI. This is a long-term accumulation zone, okay? Every single time they come down to these lows, these were market cycle bottoms. I'm not saying this is the bottom this time. I am saying that you want to be buying down when the price comes low. And you want to sell when the price goes up, right? Buy low and sell high. That's what you got to do to make money doing this stuff. So just always be aware of where the potential supply lines are. There's one up here around 27, 28,000. That's what we're talking about right now for Bitcoin here in the longer term. It could take some time to develop this structure that we're in. Yeah, I like it looking like something like this right now. Mature. It takes some time to bottom out too, man. Like, this isn't the true bottom, so but just gotta remain patient. Try to buy at the lows if you can. Try not to have FOMO when the market's pumping, you know. Just stay cool, calm, and collected during it. And obviously only risk money. It does look like a big falling wedge. That's right. That's right. And so if we do get a big breakout, you guys know, you know, eventually we go back up to test this top, right? 66,000. Eventually. This pattern could take 6 months to play out, though. It could take a year to play out. It's going to take some time. Right. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream tonight. Viewers just dropping off here faster than I could say the stream's over. Probably because the price action isn't so good, right? That's usually the issue, man, is people only want to see the price go up. They don't want to, for whatever reason, they don't like lower prices. I don't get that. I don't get why you guys don't like lower prices. The lower the prices go, the better the price you guys get, right? So, to me, it doesn't really matter. I took some positions down here, and I'm leaving X amount of capital to the side in case I'm wrong and it comes down lower and I can dollar cost average. That is the name of the game, guys. The name of the game is dollar cost averaging, and you always want to leave yourself enough ammo to do that. At least you know, have I mean, I would give yourself like 5 or 6 DCAs, man. That's what I would say. I would suggest. Not financial advice, of course, but the more ammo you have, the better, right? You can always add to your position or have that opportunity of doing that. That way you don't jeopardize yourself later on. If you don't catch a bottom, you don't need to worry about it, right? These are usually the recipes we want to look for, man. These divergences on weekly timescales. All right, so we'll see how this ends up maturing. We could just get a nasty rejection candle, and we could just see negative momentum just start building again, and then we lose that maturation of divergence, and that sucks, man. But that's part of trading. Gotta just be ready for something like that. All right. We'll just take a look at the cycle chart. The cycle chart's saying we basically just found a local bottom until we actually capitulate here in November. So we could just be staying at these lows for a while before we go lower. That's what the cycle chart says. So we'll see about that. We'll see about it, man. We'll see about it. All right, guys. Stay safe out there. Don't do anything crazy with leverage trading. I think leverage trading right now is kind of stupid unless you really know what you're doing. Kind of either just stay out of the market or look to just dollar cost average into positions long term is what I would suggest right now. And that's what I'm doing. All right. Anyways, I appreciate your guys' viewership. make sure you guys stay tuned. If you guys are part of the alert service, just hang in there, man. Just hang in there, all right? We'll catch you guys in the next stream. Hopefully you have a good week this week. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your way out if you guys enjoyed the stream. And smash the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. And join the Discord. That is where all the most important things are happening with the community, all right? Thank you guys again for joining. You guys have a wonderful week. Thank you guys.